Debate night in the D.
Don't worry about it, little Marco. I will.
All right, well, let's hear Big Don. Donald.
Don't worry about it, Don't worry about it, little Marco.
Political punches, back and forth, and the bullseye on Donald Trump.
You know, I think the American people understand that yelling and cursing at people doesn't make you a tough guy.
A rambunctious night over at the Fox. It tops our news tonight at 11. Another contentious debate, and this time it happened right here in downtown Detroit.
And I guess it was everything we expected. Quite a few jabs, plenty of punches, too.
Michigan native Mitt Romney, of course, got the day started in one direction. Tried changing minds on Trump earlier today, and tonight so did Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio. Will any of it mean a difference?
Well, Mara McDonald is live outside the Fox Theater. Mara, another heated conversion, but what did you think?
I think, Carmen, it is exactly what everybody expected. I think what is surprising, though, is that Donald Trump doesn't appear to be rattled by attacks from Mitt Romney, Ted Cruz, Marco Rubio, or really anybody else. In a series of debates that have been loud, brash, tough, and at times funny, I never could have imagined that genitalia size would ever come up.
I have to say this. He hit my hands. Nobody has ever hit my hands. I've never heard of this one. Look at those hands. Are they small hands? And he referred to my hands. If they're small, something else must be small. I guarantee you there's no problem. I guarantee it.
Donald Trump was the target and the topic for the first 45 minutes of the debate. If he wasn't getting questions,
Mr. Trump,
he was being attacked by Senators Rubio and Cruz.
I understand the folks who are supporting Donald right now. You're angry at Washington, and he uses angry rhetoric.
He has spent a career of convincing Americans that he's something that he's not in exchange for their money. Now he's trying to do the same in exchange for their country.
Nothing new in these attacks, and Trump had no problem parrying them. The only one who didn't go on the attack against Trump was Ohio Governor John Kasich, who pitched his own abilities.
I'm the only person on this stage who actually was the chief architect of balancing the federal budget. It's not a theory for me.
What started out as a get Trump cage match simmered down around the 1 hour mark when candidates started answering questions.
Can you imagine these people, these animals over in the Middle East that chop off heads, sitting around talking and seeing that we're having a hard problem with waterboarding?
Devin, Carmen, we have to hustle. We are off to the spin room. See you later in the show. We are at the Fox Theater. Mara McDonald, Local 4.
All right, indeed, Mara, just as things have wrapped up now, now they move, all of the participants move their way into the so-called spin room. In a few minutes, our panel will join us for a roundtable discussion on tonight's heavyweight match at the Fox. Who had the big hits and misses? Who went, as Mara mentioned, really below the belt? Who won the night? That and more just a few minutes away on Local 4 News at 11. There was also a big showing outside the Fox Theater tonight.
In fact, hundreds of protesters battled the snow, and they lined Woodward Avenue demanding more attention be paid to the Flint water crisis and other civil rights issues. There were signs that read "Flint Lives Matter" and called for the arrest of Governor Snyder. Now, the peaceful protesters were from a variety of organizations.